We got us a team 2 together with Chicago on the Goblin. It looks so good. I love it. We got us this Clue. And we got a clue what kind of burst this man's got going on. See work on that orc, Arcane. We got us this Wild Impy gonna be first up. And Ari over in the back holding a fort. We got ourselves G-Fung gonna be first up, letting Wild Impy get a bit of a setup. As we got Kal-El Jr. We got, I don't even know what kind of nickname to give you, honestly. Chill Pills as well as Abe Hunt over on the team 1 with a Mortal Call versus Wild Impy, trying to see if he might be able to get a big setup. That's going to be a huge opener by the Warlock as G-Fung trying to swing around the corner. Big blast out of that Tyrant into the back of G-Fung. Might have to be going for the feint death. Is this man running? He has to be running a defensive legger, right? There's no way. Quick feint death with a manic, but there's no dodge by Wild Impy, so he can't really do much against the healing of G-Fung. Wild Imp dropping down the big hand to go down. Summoning even more Wild Imps. Got the tier set rolling in for himself. That's going to be extra empowered imps blasting out actually quite a bit of damage versus G-Funk. They'll do at least one big cast from his side. Going to be a stun. Full obelisk reaching all these pets from that far away. G-Funk trying to close the gap. Mortal sending him out in the other direction. And does get capitalized on by these pets. The other Warlock on T1. I got to figure out a name. I don't know how. I guess on PTR they're not really checking out names super hard, are they? Mortal getting sent in onto Wild Impy. As the Tyrant trying to blast out Wild Impy. Gonna be the other Warlock setting up a Decimate in bold as Wild Impy goes in for a port, but doesn't really get himself into the right position. Looks like he goes behind the pillar at last second. Does land a banish on the pet while the other is feared. As again, I gotta figure out. You know what? Let's call him Q. Let's call him Q. KYU. That's gonna be his nickname. Let's just go with that. Gonna be an interruption to start to Wild Impy. Wild Impy under a ton of pressure. Needs to peel Q off of him with a Mortal Call. Going for the banish. Summoning Tyrant of his own. Q with that immediate wall. Trying to get some big blaster damage onto Impy. That Tyrant blasted him out, completely stunned. I think Q might be down for the count. Wild Impy just absolutely set up the big brain play, letting the pets do all the damage in the world. Absolutely crushing that other Warlock. And Abe Hunt is going to be out next, setting up again. Like all the hunters are setting themselves up as a Necrolord build. It's actually kind of nuts because it's super good too. Got to be Wild Impy landing a stun onto Abe. As Abe goes for a quick feint death for a second fear, he's going to hit him as the silence comes out from the Chimeric. Chimeric wasn't able to rotate itself fast enough versus the Warlock. Stun onto Wild Impy, trinkets out of it. Mortal sent on the Abe Hunt with a Decimate bolt, sending him some big damage. Gonna be huge executes. Abe trying to see if he could find cover behind the pillar, dropping down Steel Trap in case any of the pets are chasing that Fell Hunter. Ends up eating it as the Fell Hunter to continue to bite at Abe. Wild Impy continues just to barrage Demon Bolts over at a Abe Hunt. And just keeps generating so many resources. That's going to be so many hand to go downs, but you're getting out those big old pets. That's going to be also triple Demon Doggers too. So that's a big Demon Dogger build, big imp build for Wild Impy. As he sends out malicious imps, which do far more single, well, they're like one cast of big single target damage. And then if you implosion them, they also do bigger damage too, I think. I gotta get a tier set on my Warlock. I gotta get a key down on my Warlock. I gotta start doing that this week. Wild Impy dropping in the big Tyrant. Abe trying to see if he can recover himself with a flesh cup. Gonna be feign death, trying to land inside those pets, stunning down Wild Impy, trying to see if he can lock him out. The Tyrant blasted out the flesh cup of Abe as Abe gets it with a Mortal Crack Control for a second. Gonna be the pet sack. The Harpoon getting stunned midway through with a Decimated Bolt getting set up. Does land himself a feign death. Gonna be Demon Bolts out of Wild Impy. Could be into his game. Abe Hunt could be in a bad spot. That's a lot of demons attacking him. Gonna be last Decimated Bolt. One more pet needs to get an attack in there. Freeze onto the Fell Hunter. That's gonna be Fell Hunter. Oh, chopping him down as Wild Impy goes for a recovery with a flesh cup behind the pillar. Can anybody stop this Warlock over on the PTR, boys? This man is just absolutely slaying it. Gonna be that quick roll by Kal-El with a stun immediately by Wild Impy, dropping down Demon Doggos. Look at the amount of damage this Demon Doggos are doing. Kal-El dropping in the damage reduction trinket in order to offset a lot of the damage from magic But all these pets are just physical damage. My goodness, the burst they did there for a second. That was nuts. Sap into Wild Impy. Does he have another Axel set up? Instant trinket out of Wild Impy, out of that silence. Mortal into Kalel with a set to follow. No way out for this rogue. Oh my goodness. He's just savage. He's not giving these boys an opportunity to recover and reset. Quick blind to Wild Impy. Gonna be a silence, but he takes the gate when Chilpa's looking to yoink him back in. Wild Impy could be in trouble. Stun. Looks like he's gonna get carved down, and Chilpills does take him down. Chilpills trying to figure out who's gonna be going up next. Is it gonna be Archie? Is it gonna be Clue? It looks like it's gonna be Seavark. He just went in with momentum, trying to grab whoever he can. Mirrors the Torment getting set up on the Chilpills as he uses spells and abilities. Eventually, Mirrors the Torments are gonna pop. And by the third mirror, you're gonna get rooted and silenced. And Seavark absolutely blasted about with arcane missiles. Chilpills gripping him in, does get himself a big death strike. The harder Chilpills gets hit, the more death strike is gonna heal for. And with only 5% dampening, it actually is quite a lot of healing. Seavark just unloading the most amount of damage, but Chilpills miraculously surviving it. I don't understand this. Seavark does land himself quick and Viz, hoping to go for a poly, does land it. It is gonna allow Chilpills to recover on health. But Seavark is able to sit down, get some food of his own. Going for the polymorph yet again onto Chilled. As he's just trying to find a way to CC Chilled, looking for a reset of his own. Missiles are flying, trying not to get interrupted on Arcane. So whenever you see him casting Arcane spells, he's gonna try to like juke the cast from Chilled. And it's really going to be down to Chilled to try to see if he can land that kick. Being extra careful about it is going to be key. Quick root on a Chilled. As Seavark blinks away, gonna be that mirror. Oh, not mirror. Touch of the Magi. Rune of Power, full burst, Mirrors of Torment. There goes the mirrors. With missiles on the Chilpills. Has an AMS in case he gets in a bad spot. Silence on the Seavark could trick us out of it. Big damage on the Seavark though. His Chilpills also just taking so much damage, rotting down. The next hit could proc the Mirrors of Torment. Gonna be that silence. Does go for the death back the last second. Does he get AMS for a while? He might need to use AMS here. Interrupt Seavark on that Arcane. As Chilpills trying to see if he can slash right through him with those obliterates. Gonna be Seavark popping in the freeze. That's just recuperating health and that block of ice. Is that Arcane Mage? Dang, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, Arcane Mages can pump. Except compared to some of the other classes, at least what Seavark told me, their tier set is not as powerful as what some of the other classes are getting. Like the 4-piece, I can kind of see it, because 4-piece is like, what, mana? Which is good in like dungeons and raids. But in PvP, I mean, I guess some games are going to be mana games, since Arcane does use a lot of mana. But like where other classes like, I don't know, Unholy Death Knight, their pets will do 50% more damage when they get Soul Reaper. I mean, that's huge. You know, Seavark is just going to be able to gain some mana. It's like, oh, you get to do more damage? That's cool. I get mana. Oh, you get to one-shot me? I get some mana. Silence on the Seavark as he does activate defenses. Gonna be invis as well. That's gonna be temporal. Give us much healing. Oh, Chilpills ranking up some burst and huge damage on the Chicago. I'm gonna have to just go to Chicago. I like your name because I can sound like I'm from Jersey and just say Chicago. I think it's my favorite part. 8 minutes in the duel, 19% dampening. Chilpills the Death Knight is still holding the fort strong. Chicago having to back up for a second, but does want to close the gap with that Ghost Wolf with the Earth Elemental. Wants to fight Chilpills. It looks like he's taking and putting a lot of attention on the pet. Actually, he's thinking Obliterates and Frost Strikes on the pet while keeping a Chain of Ice onto Chicago. I'll put 100,000 damage into DK in the opener, and he didn't go below 70%. This feels so bad. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. 37k non-crit. Oh, really? He didn't crit? That's unfortunate. I feel like if someone crit, he dies, right? Then again, Chilpills did go in super aggressive and did play as defensive as he can. He saved that AMS until the last second. He tried to rotate defenses perfectly. He's trying to see if he how. I don't even know what kind of Lego Chilpills is running either. Like, I don't know what his legendary combo. Landing a blind onto Chicago, giving Chilpills opportunity to recraft a Fleshcraft. Chicago taking a bit of damage. Gonna be the stun out of that remote switch over Chilpills, ramping up some burst. Silence on Chicago is disrupting the opportunity for Chicago to heal. Does get those heals landed. I don't think the healing nerfs for enhancement shamans are in on PTR, boys. I don't think they're in yet. So Chicago's getting the full heals, and Chilpills is putting so much pressure on that healing before the nerfs. Is going to be going for that resource generation off of these Ghost Raptors. That just gives them an extra target to hit. As well as the totems. I never actually seen the totems for any Goblin Shamans like die. I didn't realize they explode. And like bolts and nuts go flying everywhere. That's actually kind of cool. That's an awesome attention to detail. Have mercy. Yo, I don't know if Chupa's ready for any mercy. You should have seen what he did to the two caster boys before Chicago. Chupa's going in with vengeance. Actually, I wonder, is Spell Warden nerfed from PTR? It might actually be the full version of... Actually, I don't know. I'm not even sure. I think that is a slightly smaller shield than before with that Spell Warden. Anti-magic zone dropping in as Ellie Blast smacks Chupas in the face. Could be under a lot of pressure, trying to go for as many death strikes as possible. Silence, it looks like Chicago does end up outlasting him. And Unholy, it's a Frost Death Knight versus an enhancement. It is going to be a tight match to just outlast, but he did the best he could. With Wild Impy with a 4, yo, we got some big bursts over in the PTR of the bad boys. It is massive. That's actually crazy. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one on PTR. Hopefully we have the group still together, or maybe rotate some new faces in here.